Good morning, good afternoon. We appreciate your participation in the 2021 CGA OEIC Virtual What's Current. My name is Mike Dillon. I'm Vice President of Business Development at C.R. Wall & Company. And it is my privilege to introduce or reintroduce you to C.R. Wall. C.R. Wall is a national distributor of products and solutions for the Canadian natural gas industry. And for those of you that may not know, C.R. Wall acquired Foothills Industrial Products in Calgary in March of 2020. Together, we are better, allowing us to deliver more value to you, our valued customers. The combined business provides us with scale, an expanded offering, regional distribution centers, and adds to our team of skilled gas industry experts. With that, let's move on to what's current. C.R. Wall is the national distributor for George Fisher gas products. And for those not aware, Central Plastics is part of George Fisher. This is important to clarify as your drawings, work procedures, and approved material listing often still reference Central Plastics. George Fisher's offering is expansive, including conventional electrofusion fittings, tapping tees, transitions, risers, steel tees, BMI fittings and swivels, electrofusion processors, clamps and tools, including scrapers and peelers, and so much more. Key takeaway here, call C.R. Wall. We have millions of dollars of inventory in our warehouse and are here to support you. So, one area of the George Fisher offering that should be of high value and relevant for many of you is prefabricated pre-bent meter sets. These solutions are being driven by your need to increase productivity, drive efficiencies, and ultimately cost savings. In addition to the economic drivers, your requirements might include to improve worker safety, reduce repetitive work injury, for example, to reduce SKUs and consolidate your vendors, and very importantly, to help you achieve aggressive emission targets. Emissions reduction is achieved by reducing threaded connections and supply of a turnkey meter set already pressure tested, painted, and ready to install. Your prefab pre-bent meter set design can include bypass option, meter set valves, pressure regulators, meter bars and/or meter mounting brackets, and hardware. Next steps, let's sit down. We'll work with you to identify your high value targets. For those of you who missed our C.R. Wall Gas Academy event this past Thursday, allow me to introduce you to the George Fisher CoPilot meter bypass. As you can see by the design, the solution is simple. CoPilot allows a gas meter to be safely and easily replaced without interrupting service or the need to enter a residence. No more scheduling or rescheduling to relay pilots or conduct appliance checks. CoPilot requires no hoses or regulators or complex combinations of valve procedures to bypass. Quickly connects to virtually any existing 6-inch on-center meter set. The CoPilot is self-contained and very simple to install, even in the field for existing sets. Its tamper-resistant screws, custom activation key, and optional locking devices provide multiple levels of security. And now, Petra FEX regulators. These are an absolute game changer and on trend. I'll explain, but first some spec highlights so you know where it can be applied. So let's hit the highlights on the specs. Category leading turn down rangeability, 2 to 125 PSI inlet, 5 inches water column to 7.5 pounds outlet, configurable opco range, -40 operating. Now let's talk about what matters most to you. So, FEX regulators. Let's talk about the value proposition and the key takeaways, if you will. The FEX are Measurement Canada approved for pressure factor measurement and CSA 6.18 certified. These are 2-stage regulation reduction regulators, fully balanced valve. What does that mean? Single orifice is good across the full inlet pressure range. One model from 250 up to 800 class meters. OPCO is standard, overpressure cutoff standard, underpressure cutoff, excess flow, and thermal valve shutoff are optional. These are hydrogen ready, up to 20% hydrogen in natural gas, and available sub-zero for -40 ambient. Continuing from the earlier slide regarding value proposition, well, frankly, there's more. The PF and FE regulators are now being used by many of the largest distribution companies in the US and Canada. So where are they using these? Where are they installing them? The obvious applications started with the limited clearance, hard to vent applications, if you will. Surprisingly, it had also expanded into fire-prone areas. In fact, a major US-based distribution company in the West is now rebuilding these fire-prone or at-risk areas using the FE with a new thermal shut-off valve option. Very inexpensive, but very effective. And so where else? Well, ultimately now, everywhere. The FE is being used in all residential service and small commercial service applications. So how to justify, right? Because the FE is more capable compared to the standard North American residential service regulator, for sure. So emissions reduction. Look, meter sets are a major contributor to fugitive emissions. Not only threaded connections, but the full relieving regulators are a major contributor. Another justification is safety. Look, the overpressure cutoff, standard, on board. Underpressure cutoff, excess flow, and thermal shutoff, also optional. Compact meter set design. This is an interesting one. There are numerous inlet and outlet configurations to support very compact set design. You can eliminate threaded connections, you can eliminate elbows and nipples. We can supply with integral nipple and swivels to meet your spec. Also, efficiencies, another key justification. Related to meter set design consolidation, SKU and option reduction, greater coverage with a single model, and one orifice. This can also impact parts, training, and drive further savings across your business. I'm sure you can see. We think the FE is the new standard for residential and small commercial service regulators, and so do many of your colleagues. And now for some quick but important updates. Let's start with Bro and ball valves. Our Bro and API 6D all welded steel ball valves now complete with CRN across the range. Also, -40 low temp operation, and in addition to double block and bleed as standard configuration, double isolation and bleed is now an option. For those unfamiliar with Bro and valves, we offer a complete line of all welded steel, double block and bleed, double isolation and bleed, trunnion, maintenance-free, and PE valves. It would not be a CGA what's current presentation without mention of GMI Teledyne gas detection. So what's current at GMI? In addition to the standard features for the GS700 portable gas detector, including combustible gas indicator, toxic gas detection, purge and bar hole features, the GS700 now incorporates or offers the optional pipeline gas test and leak survey mode. Pipeline gas test capability determines if the sample is naturally occurring biogas or if it's pipeline gas. Leak survey is accomplished through the combination of the industry-leading pump, improved sensitivity, and speed of response or decision point. Both of these capabilities together can help you reduce your alternative instrumentation used for these applications, consolidate into a single instrument, ultimately reducing complexity, training, service, and ultimately cost. And with that, let me conclude. CR Wall Gas Academy was launched in 2020 to support and educate our customers on the product, services, and industry best practices that matter most to you. Gas Academy will deliver the knowledge and tools to help you achieve your business goals tied to performance, safety, cost savings, emissions reductions, and more. Through 2020, CR Wall Gas Academy hosted nearly a dozen free live online events covering everything from static suppression and gas odorization to wireless pressure monitoring, valve training, and gas detection. We have more events scheduled for the spring, including steel and PE ball valves, valve maintenance, and including our valve maintenance 102 series for plug and ball, delivered by the always entertaining and world-class subject matter expert Joe Perkle from SealWeld. We also have SICK ultrasonic and Honeywell metering, and a deep dive on new and high-value construction products and practices. We encourage you to visit our website and follow us on LinkedIn to receive the most up-to-date content and schedule information. Thank you all very, very much. Be safe, stay healthy, and we will hope to see you face-to-face in the near future. All the best.